In this week's video, we're going to take a little bit different approach. I want to spend some time with just you and me, and we're going to take some deep breaths together, and then I want to ask you just 4 critical questions. The intention with this video is really to give you the time to do some centering, some listening to yourself, and some reflecting with these questions. And perhaps you can listen to this video frequently. Maybe you check in with yourself once a week, or maybe you do it the first of every month. But it's so important that we're not just going through the motions every day, and we're not just surviving day to day, but that we take time to check in with ourselves and really ensure that we're in a place and we're in alignment with thriving. So because I intend for you to watch this frequently, let's dive right into the deep breathing. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and repeat it. And we're going to walk through this together, and we're just going to take 4 deep breaths. And for those of you who say, I don't have time for this, you're exactly the person that I'm talking to. So let's do this together. Let's put everything out of our hands, pens, papers, all of that. Make sure this isn't a time where you're trying to listen and drive, but really have a quiet place to do this. Okay? So put your feet on the floor, put your palms up in your lap, and close your eyes. Okay? Let's do this together. Let's inhale for a count of 4. 1, hold, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. And inhale, hold, exhale, and hold, and inhale, hold, exhale, hold. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Let's open your eyes. I wish we could have done 10 more together. And if you leave me comments and want more of just a video about breathing, let me know and I'll create that for you. But I just wanted to give you a taste of what just 4 deep breaths can do for you. It can be really calming. It can be really centering. I encourage doing this throughout the day, actually. Certainly in the morning, or maybe at lunchtime, sitting in the bathroom stall. I don't care. Taking some deep breaths to really come back to yourself. It can really help support you throughout a busy day. So those are the deep breaths. Let me ask you some key questions. The first question is, when do you feel the most energized and joyful? Think about what those moments are, who you're with, who you're interacting with, what it is you're doing. When you feel you're using your strengths, you're most fully engaged. When are those moments? And write them down. And you may not feel in a very joyful place, but there's always those things that we can be grateful for, whether it's the great meal we had last night, or the plans that we have with friends this weekend, or someone that you know who cares about you and loves you. So think about what they are and write them down, because what we want is more moments when you feel energized and joyful. And knowing when those moments are, knowing the circumstances that help cultivate those moments, they can really be a guide that we should be doing more of them, and a path to shift from surviving to thriving. The second question is, where do you feel out of alignment? What's frustrating you? What's nagging at you on a regular basis? Often when we feel out of alignment, it's because we're not living in alignment with our values. For example, if we think that our health is really important, but we're not taking the time to work out or we're not making sure that we eat healthy, it can really feel uncomfortable and be something that's nagging at us. Or if we're spending 60 hours or more working and yet we say we value our family the most, then that is going to create real discomfort and a regular frustration. Or perhaps your spirituality is extremely important to you, yet you're not taking time for your daily practices. So, whatever it is for you, write those down as well. Where are your areas of frustration? Because, like I said, it's typically when you're out of alignment with your values or you feel like you've got potential to do so much more, to be of greater service, to be shining more brightly in different areas, and you're not doing it. So, write those down to have clarity to guide you. Number 3 is, what are the choices? What are the daily decisions that you're making that are either in support of you being energized and in alignment or that are contrary to that? Because it really is those daily decisions that's affecting everything else and that's affecting the outcomes. And sometimes we don't realize it. Again, we just go through the motions. We're just surviving and we're not realizing the power that we have, or not realizing that we could be clearer with our intentions about what it is that we're trying to achieve. And it is those daily practices. So examine one of your days and think about the decisions that you're making, the choices to be in alignment, or again, to be contrary to that, and get really specific about how your choices are creating your outcomes. You even have a choice regarding your energy and how you show up in a meeting. And you can shift your energy by shifting your thoughts, by choosing very specifically a different thought. You can change it by shifting your body posture with your shoulders back and take those deep breaths and put a smile on your face. There's different ways that you can make shifts, and certainly the decisions that you make are going to affect your outcomes. So get really specific about that in your reflection. Question 4 is really tied to number 3, and that is getting specific about what different choices that you can make. What different daily decisions do you need to make in order to be more in alignment, to do things that are more energizing versus draining? And write these down as well. Look at those daily practices. Look at your morning routine. Look at your choice at the end of the day and how you're choosing to spend your time. And write down, again, different shifts, different choices you can make to shift from surviving to thriving. I'm Morgan Quist. I'm your Thrival guide, and I partner with leaders and organizations to shift from surviving to thriving in their careers. I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on LinkedIn to get weekly roadmaps on how to thrive. And especially since this video was a little bit different, I encourage you to write any questions or comments below the video. I'll respond to it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.